The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Through fine for you. Hey, Dan, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yep, sorry, I think I had some audio issues getting started. So this is why we do all these tests. So just to make sure that you all can hear me okay, can you please give me a quick 1 in the chat box if I'm coming through fine, and a 2 if you can see the screen as well. So good. I think for a minute there I was just talking to myself, which, trust me, if I tell you about my day, today's been not a very good technical day for me. Lots of issues. Okay, cool. So Kevin, Giselle, Suzette, Robert, Sergio, Jay, good to have you all on the call. We have a lot more people coming in still, but I'm really excited about the guest that I have today. Now, typically when I do these webinars with you, it's just me and you, but today it's a little bit different because today I've got Dan Hollings on to teach you guys some groundbreaking stuff. And if you don't know who Dan is, that's okay. I'll give you a very brief introduction. Dan is an internationally acclaimed marketing strategist, and he's got a lot of clients, including large companies, rock stars, celebrities, and even entrepreneurial startups like ourselves. Not us in this case, but companies like us. He's been involved in record-breaking projects, including the mega hit book and the movie The Secret. So I'm sure you've heard about The Secret. He was involved in strategizing the marketing for that. And more recently, he's been working on the official Think and Grow Rich legacy documentary as well. So really, when it comes to credentials, when it comes to history, Dan's done it all. And thousands of students have worked with him. They've attended his training programs on a lot of different topics. And the crazy thing for today is that what he's doing today, and I just clarified with him, before we started this session, I was asking him some questions and I clarified, and what he told me was just really interesting because he's giving away a part of his business away, maybe to you. So what I'll do now is I'll let him talk more about this. I'll let him reveal his latest project, which is Monetize Plus. I don't want to tell you too much, so I think it's best if I let Dan take care of that. So Dan, whenever you're ready, please take it away.
Hey, I appreciate it, Neil, and I want to welcome everyone here today. I promise not to bore you to death. If I can do that, then I've achieved success, correct? We're not only going to have an interesting session today, I think I'm going to kind of spin your head around about 3 times because I think I've figured out something. And I'm going to kind of just lay it all out in the first couple of minutes here, just so that you can decide very quickly whether this is something you're interested in, because I don't want to waste your time if you're not. And if you are interested, and I think you will be, then you're going to want to hang with me probably for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and I'm going to just dive into the details. The crux of it is this. I have been trying to figure out how to help people like you make money online for a couple of decades. In fact, when the internet started, I was there, ready to go, okay? And I've been just going at it and going at it all these years and have taught literally, thousands and thousands of people. But here's the sad news. Most of the people that have gone through my programs, and this is true across the board with all experts and gurus that are out there, most of the people that go through the programs end up not really doing all that well. In other words, it's actually kind of hard to make money online. You might have a little flirt with some money for a while, but it's not long term or anything like that. And I've been trying to figure out how could I create something where just the average Joe or the average Josephine could just seriously work at something and really make some money online. And finally it dawned on me. It dawned on me that, hey, rather than showing you 1,001 things that you need to do in order to get a business running, I've already got a business running. I've got a business running that's making millions upon millions of dollars, and it has been for quite a while. And the thought hit me, instead of me trying to show you all the stuff I'm doing, why don't I just partner up with you and let you dive in and be a part of the money that I'm making? I will continue to generate all this money, but you get a slice of it. Now, if that intrigues you, that's what we're going to be talking about. So let's jump in. I'm just going to barrel ahead. I'd like for you to turn off your cell phones or mobile phones and, you know, give the dog a treat and just get everything out of the way so you can focus on what I'm going to talk about today. Take notes and know that if for any reason you have to leave early, that we are recording this, and if all goes well, we'll have a replay available for you. And you may even want to watch it twice or share it with your spouse or partner, you know, in order to make a good decision. So we're going to jump in, and at the end, I'll open it up for questions. And hey, maybe by the time we get to the end, you will be using the same mega money-making machine that I've built over the last couple of decades that's generating all of my money personally. You'll be able to get money out of that machine as well. Fair enough? Give me a big yes if that's kind of interesting to you. Kind of interesting. Okay. Someone says yes, their dog their dog is out of the way. I'm a big animal lover. Okay, have you ever had this thought? Have you ever had the thought, let me get this working here. Here we go. If you ever had the thought, boy, I wish I could make money like the gurus do. Now, some people call me a guru. I've had a pretty successful background, but hey, you know, if you pull back the curtains, you'll find out I've been a complete failure on a number of things as well. But, you know, some of the things have worked out extraordinarily well, and I've brought in literally mega millions of dollars for myself and many clients over the years. So how would you like to make money like me or like the gurus do? Well, now you can, literally exactly like I do. Now, let me kind of expand upon my background really quick, and I know Neil shared some tidbits earlier, but really quick, because if you decide you're going to do what I'm going to talk to you about today, you need to know who I am and whether you'd even want to do business with me, right? Well, I've been around since the internet started. I told you that earlier, and I've been tinkering around with ways to make money since day one. And I think that I've discovered almost every way that doesn't work. You're probably laughing because you probably know a few ways that don't work too, correct? Well, there's a lot of ways that don't work. They're easy to find. Usually the way you find them is you pay somebody a bunch of money and they tell you you're going to, you know, get rich doing something. And hey, guess what? The only person that made money was the person that you paid to, right? Been there, done that? Well, over the years, as the decades have passed, I've gotten better at making money, and a few things have worked out really, really well. I was the strategist that was hired to help launch the mega hit movie, The Secret. You probably heard about it, you know, it was what, 5, 6, 7 years ago? That project generated $300 million in sales, $300 million in sales. And 40 million of it was off of our website. We later negotiated deals with Amazon, and you know, we were on Oprah and the cover of a lot of magazines, Newsweek and what have you. But I was the strategist that was hired and really was engaged heavily in that project. In addition, I took The Secret, the book and the movie, literally to the top spot at Amazon. And when I say I did it, it was funny because my client did not want to put their product, their movie, and their book on Amazon. Kind of crazy reasoning they had, but they thought that Amazon would kind of take away all their business. So what happened is I started buying the movies from them personally, and I put it on Amazon, and I personally drove that movie up to the top spot in Amazon. And, you know, so be it. They were pretty happy about it after it was all done. I currently manage over $1 million monthly in Amazon product sales, and it's not that I'm selling my products. I manage other people's accounts. Now, I'm very good at Amazon, but we're not going to be talking about that today. but it's just one more little feather in my cap of something I've been tinkering around with that works pretty well. I have trained or tried to train over 250,000 entrepreneurs, people that have gone through my various courses and programs. Also, the Think and Grow Rich organization has recently come out with a documentary, and they came to me to help them not promote the movie like I did with The Secret. They came to me because they wanted my help in monetizing what they were doing. In other words, hey, Dan, we're going to be putting out a movie and everything, and hey, we know that, you know, selling a movie for $12 or whatever, you know, is not a road to riches. Can you help us to turn that into something even bigger? So I've been working with them, and you'll see more about that as we go forward here. And for those who don't know Think and Grow Rich, by the way, it's the #1 most read business book and motivational book ever written back in 1932, I think, by Napoleon Hill, and their organization still, continues that legacy. I've been a consultant for many companies, big, small, celebrities, rock stars, universities, who cares? But I've been around the block. But one of my favorite things to do is what I'm doing right now, helping people like you make money, and I'm good at it. So that's who I am. Let's now stay tuned for a little promise. Here's what I'm going to promise you. I'm going to set up a few lucky people with a money-making machine, the same money-making machine that pays my bills, pays for everything I do in life. You're going to be able to get money out of the same machine as me. It's already making millions day one if you qualify and if you come on board. It's 100% risk-free and guaranteed not to lose money. And I know that because I've been running it now for quite a while. It comes with a ready-made team because I've built a team around me to support and keep this thing running. So they'll help it run for you as well. And you're going to feel like this little guy here on the stoop. You're going to feel like a superhero because you will immediately be in a very successful business. And yes, there are already other people, no smarter than you, that are already making good money with this. In fact, let's meet a few of them. Let's meet some of the existing superheroes that came on board with Monetize Plus, and a few of their comments. And I'll go quickly here, but this is from Maryland. Wow, I'm very happy. She got a payday. This is Natalia, who I think she lives over in the Ukraine. Woohoo! This was back in December. And she was the winner of something we call our Double Your Paycheck prize that we do every single month. And so she was really happy about that. I'll talk more about that later. This is a person that decided a particular way they were going to work with us, and they were going to only focus on Facebook ads. We run the ads for this person, for Stanley, but he was able to generate in his very first paycheck $925. And again, that was in January. We've been doing this only a few months now, so it's relatively new. The opportunity is huge. No one ever on this planet has done a business model like what you're about to hear about, okay? Next, in fact, I'm not even gonna read all this. This is a bunch of people saying that they're on board, they're getting paycheck, and they like the program. Here's the check that I sent out to Chris for $1,580. Here's the one recently sent out to Amy for $325, and here's the one sent to a Daniel, who's one of our members, for $2,250. It works, and it should be no surprise that it works, because nothing about what any of these people are doing is new. They just teamed up with me, and it made it faster and easier for them to make money month after month after month. So just bear with, you will understand this as we go forward here. So how did they do that? How did they make that kind of money that quick? Well, in about 17 minutes, I'm going to show you the one thing that you need to do to make a lot of money, just like those people that I was talking about, just like our current members. So hang with me, about 17 minutes, we're going to get to that. But first, let's do a little test, what I call the mirror test, because you got to be honest with yourself. In order for you to make a good decision today, I want you to think about what you've been doing up till this point. Somewhere along the line, you had this thought. You said, you know, I think I'm going to try to figure out how to make some money online. Maybe I can start a business or do an affiliate program or whatever. But that thought entered your mind. That's probably why you're on this webinar today. You're wanting to learn, bigger and better ways to make money online. But the question is after all of your efforts, some of you have been doing this for a couple of months, some of you a couple of years, but after all of your efforts, ask yourself this: has anything made you the kind of money that you originally thought you were going to make? All right, give me a yes in the chat box if you're making the kind of money that you originally thought you would make when you first got that idea that you were going to figure out how to make money online. Come on, somebody give me a yes. I usually don't get many because the truth is that most people find that it's a little hard. Now, it sounds easy until you jump in and start trying to do it, but you find out that there are literally 1,001 things that you need to get good at. You got to, get involved in setting up web pages, and sometimes you have to deal with programmers. Sometimes you have to outsource and bring in help. You got to get good at WordPress. You got to learn about Facebook and social media and pay-per-click ads, and you got to, oh my word, you got to build a list and have autoresponders. There's all this stuff, and you're a smart person, I'm sure. But that doesn't mean you were born knowing how to do all of this stuff. It took me forever to learn how to do all this stuff. But do you really want to invest all the time to figure it all out, or would you rather just start and have all that stuff figured out straight away and just get to the good part, the money-making part? How many people are not making the kind of money that they thought they were going to make? They're the no's, okay? People, okay, that's it. And here's kind of a trick answer. How many people are saying not yet? I'm working at it, Dan, but I haven't made the money yet. That's the most dangerous answer there is, because you keep plowing money into whatever you're doing. You're plowing time and effort and energy, and you keep thinking that the payoff is just around the corner. It's just around the corner. And you know what? You never get around the corner. And so therefore, it just keeps you from making money. So we're going to fix that. We're going to fix it, and I'm going to show you how to do that as we move forward here. I'm going to show you how to tap $1 million money machine with everything already built. All of it is 100% ready to go right now. You could start tonight and begin making money. Fair enough? So this money-making machine that I'm talking about literally is my business, and I've branched off a section that I call Monetize Plus, that allows people like you to work with me and use the same monetization engine. This will allow you to have your own money-making machine, the same as mine, with no wait and no hassle. Let's talk about where money comes from online first. Anybody have an idea where the money really comes from? It comes from customers and people, sure enough. But have you ever heard this statement? The money is in the list. You hear it all the time. And what people are telling you is that if you build a list of people, you get people to opt in, maybe to your MailChimp or your Constant Contact or whatever email autoresponder list building system that you're using. You get people to opt into the list, and they say, boy, you just build that list, and then the money is in that list, and you can make money by presenting offers to that list. It's kind of true, but there's a big problem, okay? There's a big problem. If you've heard about it, it's either a yes, no, or you're not sure, but let's talk about it. There is money in the list, but only if you can monetize it. For example, let's say you go out and you built a list of 1,000 people, but you didn't have anything to sell them. There'd be no money in the list, right? You're not getting anything. You don't have anything to sell them. Let's say that you do have a product. Maybe it's some type of a download, or maybe it's a training course, or maybe it's a book, or maybe it's a product, whatever it is. But let's say you got something. Well, you could sell your list that product, but as soon as you sell them that one, you're kind of out of business because you don't have anything else to sell them, and because you have to have a lot of stuff. So that's a problem. There's also the targeting of a list. If you had a list of 1,000 teenagers, but your product were replacement dentures, you're not going to sell that to these teenagers. They don't need teeth, right? So it's not quite as simple as just building a list and then you're going to make money. The real crux of making money is being able to monetize it. That means that the first thing you need is a monetization engine. If you don't have a monetization engine, why build a list? So what if we wanted to build a monetization engine? Let's talk about that. Because you may be thinking, okay, great, that's smart. I'm going to go and build a monetization engine, and as soon as I've got it built, then I'll build my list and I can make a lot of money. And that's true, but what does it take to build a monetization engine? Well, it takes time. I have been working on mine for years, decades, in fact, okay? And it's up and running. It takes money. It says often thousands here on the slide, but honestly, it's been millions to build this thing. You need know-how, you need training, you need experience. I know you are smart, but maybe your smarts aren't in the areas necessary in order to do this online stuff and build, a really profitable monetization engine. You could learn it, sure, but then we're back to this time problem. You need connections. They don't often tell you that, but you're going to make more money online if you are connected to other people. And you're going to see how that comes into play later here, but that's important. You need high quality in-demand offers, and you need lots of them, lots of products and services. You need tools and you need systems and platforms, and they have to be set up as well. And I'm talking about autoresponders and webinar platforms and websites. And I mean, it goes on and on and on. And these things aren't free. They require money, they require knowledge, and they require setup. All right? You got to have it all. You also need a reputation. You can't sell something if people, come to your site and they don't know who you are and they don't trust you. Why does Amazon sell so much stuff? Because they've built their reputation. And ask yourself, in most cases, when you want to buy something online, don't you feel safer buying from Amazon than, Joe's Fish and Tackle Shop? You're not even sure that Joe's going to really send you your stuff. And if it's bad, you're not sure he'll give you a refund. And hey, he might steal your credit card while he's at it. You see, if you don't have a reputation, it's a big wall between you and these potential customers. All right. I've built a solid reputation in my space over the last 2 decades. And so therefore, it's easier for me to make money in my business than it would be for a new person just coming in. So reputation is important, and it takes years to establish it. You need staffing, you need support, you need manpower, you need strategy, smart strategy, long-term and short-term in order to make all of this work. You need lead magnets galore. What's a lead magnet? It's like a landing page or a squeeze page, a place where traffic and customers can come and enter in their email and get on your list. But in order to have lead magnets, you have to know how to build a good one that converts well. You have to build it. You might need a programmer, and you have to have an offer, and then you have to have an autoresponder hooked up to it. It's a lot just to get that going. You need sophisticated funnels, both pre-sale and post-sale. What do you do after a person puts their email address into your opt-in box? There's a lot of stuff that you need to do, but you got to set it all up. The list goes on and on and on. And most, experts and gurus never tell you this part right here. They don't tell you that there's work here, there's money here, there's time here. And you think you're going to make money, but gosh, without this part, it's like having a car without wheels. Great car, won't go anywhere. What if you could have all of this, all of the stuff here tomorrow? In fact, you could have it tonight. In fact, you could have it in an hour. What if you could do that? Could you make money then? Then if you were to build a list, you don't have to worry about anything because, boom, I will generate the money if we work together to build the list. That's really the crux of this. So let's talk about how I make my money specifically, because I want you to understand what this monetization engine is that I'm talking about. The way I make my money is I run a $1 million webinar business. That's my monetization engine. You're on a webinar right now. Webinars are wonderful. People love to attend webinars. They're free. You learn stuff. It's a good way for you to build a relationship with the expert or the presenter. And people that buy things will generally buy more and pay higher, another higher ticket items can be sold in webinars. It's a wonderful business to be in, but it's extremely difficult to get one going because of all of the things I talked about earlier. Now, my webinar business is called vetted webinars because what we do is we vet the experts and the guest speakers that we bring to our audiences. These people are experts in a great variety of niches, and some of them sell training programs, and some of them sell software, and some of them sell how-to and motivational stuff. You know what a webinar is. We go out, find these people, we book them for webinars and present them to audiences. The niches that we focus on are marketing and startups and business opportunities, health and wellness, crypto, such as Bitcoin and the various cryptocurrencies, a very popular category these days, Amazon, people wanting to learn how to make money on Amazon, women entrepreneurs, and we are the official platform for the Think and Grow Rich Legacy organization that I mentioned earlier. And they have a great variety of experts and celebrities that are available for us to host at webinars. So the way this works is I'm bringing in millions, and I decided what I do is I would like section off a little pool and let other people engage in this business with me. You dive in, and then we share the profit. Cool idea, right? It solved the conundrum, the problem that I had been challenged with for the last couple of decades. How do I teach somebody how to make money when they need to do 1,001 things? And I said, hey, the heck with teaching them, I'll just give it to them, and I'll just teach them the few things that they need to know in order to tie into this money-making machine. It makes it a lot easier for us all, and we work together collectively. So you're thinking, sounds interesting, Dan, exactly what do I need to do? Well, there's only 4 things, if you really boil it down, that you need to do in order to work successfully under this type of business model. The first thing is you have to be someone that's willing to follow some simple step-by-step instructions. We have extremely robust, highly engaged training to show you what you need to do. It's pretty simple, but you need to be able to follow instructions. You have to be willing to be in this business. And this is a business of sharing free webinars with high-quality experts, and you share these webinars with other people. That's really what your job title is. The next thing is you have to be willing to wait for the monetization engine to turn leads into profits. You can do it pretty fast because we're doing webinars every single week. And then you have to be willing to spend the money. I guess you could just sack it away in a savings account. But you have to be willing to spend the money when we send it to you, and we are set up with one of the top tier payout companies on the planet. A company called Tapalti is our partnering company for payouts, and they pay out in 160 countries, even in local currency. You can get it by wire, you can get it by paycheck, I mean, you can get it by PayPal, whatever you want, all right? And so this is an opportunity that is available for people worldwide. And so that's what you need to be able to do. Now, if you can do that, then you should be interested in what we're going to talk about going forward. Now, the other thing that I noticed when I worked with people over the years is that one significant factor in them failing to be successful is that they were working alone, solo, at their kitchen table. And as they would have problems, it was like they'd get stuck. They wouldn't even have anybody to talk to, or they'd get depressed and because something wasn't working out, or they'd get distracted or whatever. And the solution to that problem is working within a team. So we have created an environment within Monetize Plus, which we call Team Jams. It's optional, but you have the availability of working with a small group of from 3 to 10 people so that you're part of a team. And we have numerous teams or team jams that you can be involved in where you guys work together, focus on generating leads for these free webinars, and each of the teams specializes in a certain area. For example, you could join a team jam and you guys could just focus on Pinterest. That's all you would do. Nothing but Pinterest. Learn everything you can about Pinterest and how to strike interest and get traffic and leads from Pinterest. You work together as a team, and as the leads come in, they go into our system and you get paid a percentage of our profits. Or maybe you join a team jam that's focusing on YouTube. You see, you get to pick the kind of thing that you're most interested in. Some people are interested in Pinterest, and so you could focus on that. Some people are interested in YouTube, you could focus on that. Or maybe you're more into the writing type mode and you want to focus on blogs or write articles or whatever. Within Monetize Plus, the cool thing is you can pick an area that is of most interest to you, matches your skill set, and then focus on that, and you can do it within a small team environment of 3 to 10 people. That's really an advantage because you guys as a team can work together and generate a lot of leads, and we all share in the profits. Now, you don't have to be a part of a team. It's an option. And just to give you a reference point, of the people that are on board now already, about 70% of them opted to be a part of a team, and about 30% of them are doing this solo. So it's up to you and what your personal style or is, but you can do either or you can do both. Okay, so that's available. Now, the way it works is that you work with your team, you generate traffic from one source, and then that goes into the monetization engine. You don't have to do anything on the monetization engine part. Myself and my team, we take care of that. You focus on only one thing. And then as people come into our webinars, many of them end up engaging and purchasing. That's what puts money into the pool, and then you get a share of the money in the pool, and bingo, that is Monetize Plus. You do one thing, we monetize what you're doing, we share the money with you in a very, very fair way. I'm going to show you how that works in a second. So we call it our Do Just One Thing program. Does that sound simple enough? If you work with me and my team, you're going to focus on doing one thing. And if you do that one thing well, you can make money. You don't have to worry about all the other stuff. You don't have to worry about setting up lead magnets and opt-in pages and squeeze pages and surveys and contests. We do all of that. It's done for you. All right, you don't have to worry about booking speakers for webinars and scheduling stuff and finding top quality programs and running webinars and replays and setting up and paying for all of the tools and platforms necessary to do all of this. The one thing you're going to do is just as simple as this. You're going to share high quality free webinars with other people. And when those people come to our various opt-in pages and lead magnets, they're going to put their email address into a box like you see here on the screen. And when they put their email address in and click the button, bingo, your job is done. We make money out of that lead for you, and you're going to get a share of the revenue from the valid qualified leads that come into the system. It's hard to believe that something like this would even exist, right? It has taken me a year to figure it all out, and we've had it up and running now for a few months. It's working like a charm, and I need more people like you to help. We have online courses, they're free, that you can offer people on Facebook or Pinterest or wherever. And if those people sign up for these free online courses, they are leads that increase your percentage of the profit pool. You can invite them to these really creative surveys that we have. In other words, I'm showing you some of the example lead magnets and squeeze pages and things that we have. We also have webinar replays that we run day in and day out that you can invite people to. We also have live events where we have guest speakers that you can invite people to. We also have evergreen or like live or auto webinars, as some people call them, that we run on a weekly basis on a variety of topics that you can drive traffic to. Everything that you're promoting is free for the people that are coming. So you're not selling anything. You're sharing something of high value that people are generally interested in. I also mentioned earlier that we're the official platform for the Think and Grow Rich organization, so we have at our fingertips unlimited expert speakers and celebrities. Many of them you probably even recognize. Barbara Corcoran from the Shark Tank is involved with the Think and Grow Rich project. But the way that it works is basically we have these powerful magnets, these events, replays, opt-in pages. You help drive traffic and they opt into the opt-in box, okay? When they opt in, then it's almost like money starts falling from the sky. Because you don't do anything else, our monetization engine takes over and turns the leads into money. The money goes into a pool and we share that fairly amongst the entire group, you included. Pretty neat. That means that all that stuff I talked about earlier that's required to build a monetization engine, the time and the money and the know-how and the connections and the offers and the tools and the reputation and the manpower, all that stuff, don't even need to think about it. Okay, just clear that off your desk. You've probably been working on some of this stuff for months or years already. Just clear it off your desk. We're already doing it really, really well, and you just get good at one thing and we'll take care of the rest. That's a pretty fair bargain. So let me show you what happens when you dive in. Let's say you're thinking, cool, I'll do this, Dan. This sounds like a pretty fair bargain. I'll do my part, you do your part, and we'll split the money. If you dive in, we're going to provide you with a lot. First of all, we want you to really know how to do what you need to do well, so we have training, a lot of training, and we also point you to other trainings on the web so that you can learn how to do the part you need to do. Invite people to free webinars, all right? So we've got the training. I mentioned it earlier, but you have the option to also join in with a small team from 3 to 10 people, and you can work together as a team to generate leads as well. That's a lot of fun, very effective. We got some really thriving teams going. Then we also reward you. We have this cool badge reward system so that as you incrementally move through our training and learn more and more how to extract money from this money-making machine, we will move you up the ranks and reward you for doing that. So we try to make it fun. And we keep it simple. Our whole program is the just one thing process. That's it. One thing. That's really what we want you to do. As you do that one thing, it will allow you to bring valid leads into the system. These are people interested in attending webinars. And as you get valid leads into our database, every single lead increases your percentage of money that you're going to get in your paycheck month after month after month. The money machine dumps money into the pool, and then we split it up amongst the members based on the percentage of valid leads that you have brought to the table. So let me give you an example. Sometimes you explain something in theory and it kind of sounds good, but you just need to see an example, right? I'm going to give you 2 examples. One's going to be really nice and simple with round numbers, and then I'm going to give you one that's a little bit closer to the real world. Because first, I want you to understand the concept, then I'll show you a real world example, all right? So here's the concept. Let's say that there are 10 people in the system, like these 10 people here, and you're one of them. Maybe pick out one of these people here and pretend that you're them. Now, these 10 people, they go out and they start sharing our free webinars on social media or any other way that they want to do it, okay? And there's literally hundreds and hundreds of ways that you can do this, and we'll show you that in our training. But they do it, and let's say they each brought in 100 leads. Now, in the real world, you'd never have anything work out that even. But let's just say, for this example, so you understand the concept, every person in the system, in the pool here, they all brought in 100 leads. That means that this group here would have brought in 1,000 leads collectively, people interested in attending free webinars. Then the money machine kicks in. We start showing webinars, presenting webinars, inviting these 1,000 people to our webinars. And some of the people attend, some of the people like whatever is presented by our guest experts, and we net $20,000 in profit at the end of the month from the webinars that were given and from the people that attended from these 1,000 leads. And you may be thinking, well, geez, 20,000, can you hit that number? Folks, we have had months where we've done $500,000, even $700,000 in sales in webinars. So yeah, that's a realistic number there. That's achievable. So these are webinar sales from the leads in this example. If all 10 pool members, and remember, you're one of them, if they all have the same number of valid leads, then we just split it equally. If this were to happen and everybody had 100 leads and we brought in 20,000 in net profit, then everyone would get an equal share, 10% of the pool. And that would mean in this example, Monetize Plus would pay each member $2,000. Pretty cool, huh? So let's look at another example. In my next example, it's going to be a little closer to real world because we all know that, you know, one person may get more leads and the other person may get fewer leads, and it's going to vary from day to day and month to month as we go along. So let's just kind of see how that might work. We still have the same people in the system, 10 people, and you're one of them. So pick one of these people and let them be you. And this time, this month, this group brings in 2,000 leads. And the way it plays out is the 4 people on the left each brought in 200 leads. These 3 in the middle brought in 300 leads for the month. And the 3 on the right, they brought in 100 leads each. That's 2,000 leads altogether. So if that's the case, let's see what would happen if we had another month of webinars and 20,000 net profit came in. I'm using the same number just so that it makes sense to you. So that the 20,000 net that came in as a result of these 2,000 leads here would be split up like this. Monetize Plus pays 10% of the pool to those 4 folks that brought in 200 leads. That would mean that those people would each get $2,000. That's their fair share because they had 200 leads. 300 leads, that would be 15%. So they would get 15% of the pool, meaning that their payout for the month would be $3,000. And for the 3 on the right there that brought in 100 leads, that was 5% of the leads in the pool that they brought in, so they would get 1,000. So you see what we've done here is we've made a system that's paying you for your individual efforts and results of your efforts and keeping it really, really fair. But all of the money flows into a pool, and then we share the money based on how many valid leads you have helped to bring to the table. And the leads build up month after month after month after month. In these examples, I'm just showing you single months. But as you build up over time, you start to build a lot of leads in the system. So let's move on and let's talk about why we can do this and why it makes sense to pay you, and listen closely, pay you even if your particular leads don't buy anything. Is that a crazy thought? Well, here's why. When a lead comes into our system, we validate them. We make sure it's a valid email and a real person, and they really want to be on our list and attend webinars. And as they stay in our database, they are checked daily to make sure that they're still engaged. In other words, if somebody puts in a bogus lead in our system, it just kicks it out right away. So you can't cheat the system. It'll never come in. If a lead comes in and it's somebody that never opens any emails, never engages in anything we do, then the system detects that they're basically a dead lead, and we throw them away. We get rid of them. Who wants a dead lead? So our system uses all types of monitoring in order to validate these leads. But here's our feeling about a lead. You might bring in a lead that's interested in health webinars, or maybe you bring in a lead that's interested in money-making opportunities or what have you. We know that eventually, over time, many leads will buy something because we have high-quality presentations and webinars and products and services. And so we really don't care whether your specific lead buys or not. We just know that a certain percentage of all valid leads do buy in time. And it kind of works like this. Some leads in the database may say, hey, I need a money-making opportunity. So eventually when we have a money-making opportunity webinar, they'll come and maybe they'll buy. Some people just want a motivation webinar and maybe get involved in some type of motivational product or service. Some people might want to lose weight and they're looking for a program or some type of a product to help them lose weight. Some people may need some software to help improve their business or make them money in some way. Some people may want to learn how to make money in cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin. We have webinars on that. Some people might want to learn how to build an Amazon business. We can show them how to do that. So we have all of these various topics, and we're doing it in all of these various niches. So we know that if you help us to bring in real valid leads, that a good percentage of them will eventually find something that's of interest and will eventually buy. And so we just throw all the money into a pool and we share that money with our members who are helping us to build this collectively. We share it with them based on the number of valid leads that you have, not whether your specific lead buys or not. There is no other business out there. That would almost be like you joining Amazon's affiliate program, sending them a lead. The lead goes to Amazon and doesn't buy any books. And then Amazon still pays you a check. You see, you might think that's crazy, but think about it this way. If you send a lead to Amazon and they don't buy a book, Amazon kind of screws you because they don't pay you because the person didn't buy a book. But guess what? That person is now on Amazon's list. And in 2 weeks, if they decide to buy a book, they don't pay you. You see, Amazon uses, and most affiliate programs use their affiliates to help build a list for them, and they'll pay you if the person buys on the spot, but there are many, many people that don't buy on the spot. Our system is the opposite. We recognize the lifetime value of a lead, and we want to compensate you for that. So again, let's summarize. Could you do this? I covered it earlier, but it's like now that you know more, let's take a look at this again. Could you follow simple steps and step-by-step instructions? Would you be willing to share some of our free, high-quality webinars with other people? And are you okay with waiting a little bit for us to turn leads into money? And could you spend the money if we send it to you, regardless of where you live? I think you could. I think you could. Now, I want to compare this with an affiliate program or affiliate marketing, because some people, usually they get to about this point and they start thinking, well, man, this is really interesting, but isn't it kind of like affiliate marketing? And the answer is no. There's a few little parts that kind of seem like that, but it's not affiliate marketing. So let me compare the two. Now, I know some of you guys have done affiliate marketing. I'm not against affiliate marketing, but there's just a reality. There's a pro and con to doing this or to doing affiliate marketing. And I just want to draw the comparisons here. For those of you who are not involved in affiliate marketing, it's still interesting to understand how it's different from what we're doing. When you join an affiliate program, like Amazon's associate program, you would join that program, you go out and you will post affiliate links and ads anywhere and everywhere, and that will, hopefully drive some traffic, and you're sending traffic to someone else's offers, say Amazon's offers, or to their site, all right? Now, potential customers will click your links that have a tracking code in it and send the traffic to, say, Amazon, and then if that customer buys, then those sales are tracked to you and you get paid, and then you earn a commission. That's the way an affiliate program works. Nothing wrong with that, but there are some cons. Okay, here are the cons. Number one is often affiliate offers are low quality offers. Okay, hey, you might sell a book. You know what you're going to make? 35 cents. Okay, probably, that's about it. They pay like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4%. It's a very small amount. Or maybe you're sending people to ClickBank offers or some other type of, affiliate low quality offer. A lot of them are low quality offers, and you get little training because they don't care. There's so many people that are willing to sign up. They just kind of, it's like a revolving door, So there's little training. You got to figure it out on your own. You have to join a lot of programs so that you have a lot of different products to sell. And then unfortunately, the programs kind of come and go. You get your links out there, the program goes away, and now all this traffic's just lost. It's extremely competitive. I mean, there are millions of affiliate marketers out there, and you're going to have to compete against them if you do that. The clicks are hard to come by because most of the offers are low quality, so you get low click-through rates. And then there's this problem. If somebody clicks your link and doesn't buy, you're out of luck. That's just it. You're out of luck. You have no list building going on. You're building a list for somebody else, and you have mostly small payouts, and you're not building any future whatsoever. That's affiliate marketing. So let's take a look at Monetize Plus and see how that compares. With Monetize Plus, you join the Monetize Plus program. You learn the ropes through training, and we offer very good training because we want you to stick with us and do well, because if you do well, we do well, and we will build the biggest webinar business on the internet. All right? You will send traffic, but not to cheap offers and cheap products where people have to buy straight away or you're out of luck. No. You're going to send traffic to high quality free webinars and programs. That's a lot easier to do. Potential customers will come to our pages and they will opt in. They will never have to spend a penny in order to engage in our systems or to attend our webinars. That makes it easy for you. And these potential customers will sign up. They're signing up mostly for free webinars. If they opt in, if they sign up, if they register, you increase your share of the monthly profit pool. Every valid lead increases your share of our payout. That's how you get paid. That means, and listen closely, you earn a percentage of the monthly profit pool whether your specific lead buys or not. I mentioned it earlier, but I'm saying it again. You could bring us a valid lead and they sit in our database and they don't buy, but you still get a paycheck for that month because there were other people buying and the money's flowing into the pool, and we split it up based on valid leads, not whether your specific lead buys. Why? Because if you have a valid lead that you help bring to our system, we know that there's a good chance that your lead might buy next week or the next week or the next month. As long as they're valid and in the system, we feel that there's a good chance they are going to buy. And so we just go ahead and start splitting the leads based on valid leads. There are high quality offers that we are putting out there. They're all free webinars from known experts. We vetted them all. You are promoting known experts, known programs. We have new offers every week, and this is a long-term program. There is low competition because there aren't that many people in the webinar business, not near as many people in that business as there are out there with affiliate programs. We have high quality programs, so you get more clicks. There's no purchase required from your traffic or your customer when they opt in or register for any of our webinars. If you get no sales, that's no problem. We take care of that part. And there is list building with monetization. Some people think, oh yeah, this is great, Dan. You know, we're helping you build your list. You're right, you are. You're helping my company build a list to attend webinars, and we're paying you for that. But guess what? We give you your leads. So if a person, as a result of your efforts, opts in to any of our webinars, we immediately email you that lead, and you have the lead so you can build a list of your own. If you still want to do something, you can. We're not stealing leads from anybody. We're just giving you a better way to monetize leads. It's a big difference. You're not going to find anything more fair than what you're looking at right here. You're also going to profit from high ticket sales, and that's because in the affiliate world, most products are between $19.95 and maybe $39.95. That's your retail price range. But in the webinar business, like what we do, most of the programs sell between $300 and $3,000. So we make a lot more money from a lot fewer customers because of the fact that high ticket things are sold via webinars, and we're selling that rather than low ticket affiliate products. You're going to be growing a future with this. You're building a nest egg with this, and we're going to keep it simple. Our whole thought process here is if we keep it simple and you focus on doing one thing really well, we'll take care of everything else, and then we share the profits. So, is this any safer than you just building your own business? Because some people, you know, there are not doing affiliate programs, and they've decided, hey, I'm just going to go and build my own business online. There's nothing wrong with that, and you can actually continue to do that and do Monetize Plus as well. You can do both. But let's just talk about building your own business. In fact, you guys have probably done this. If you want to know anything, where do you go online? Google. So if you go to Google and you type in online business failure rate, what pops up at the top is exactly what you see here on this slide. So I suggest we read it. According to many sources, more than 90% of all internet business startups end in failure within the first 120 days. Oh my gosh! You mean I'm trying to run my own business and do a startup online, and the chances of me failing are 90%? I wish I had read this before I invested $1,000 in this course and bought this thing. And I mean, if your odds, I don't think you would go to Vegas, you know, if your odds were 10%, right? You want higher odds of success. But that's what Google tells us. You can go there and do the search yourself. Okay, well, what's crazy is that this alarming failure rate goes unheeded for a number of reasons. And I think it's because people just think it's easier than it is. They get involved in it, and you just keep digging a hole, spending money, digging a hole, wasting time. So keep that thought in mind, and let's think about something else. Will you get the help that you need in order to make this work if you work with us? If you join our team, will you get the help? Because I'll tell you this for sure, you do your own business, you're on your own. It's hard to get help unless you pay for it. But here we have a mentoring program. We will mentor you, train you, help you, support you, provide the tools, pay for almost everything for you. And what happens when we do that? Well, there's an article that was in Inc. magazine that it was interesting because it had this one paragraph in it that kind of said it all. And I thought I'd share that with you because it draws a stark comparison to the last slide that I show you. The success rate of a mentored small business, and that's what you would have. You will have a mentored small business under our umbrella. If you compare that to businesses that are not mentored, 70% of mentored businesses survive for more than 5 years. In other words, would you rather be mentored under our umbrella and use our multi-million-dollar money generation engine and have a 70% chance of success, or would you rather do it yourself and have a 90% chance of failure? That's your choice. That's your choice. Boy, don't you wish somebody had told you this a month ago, a year ago, 5 years ago? Let me tell you what happens if you say yes. You say, hey, Dan, I like this. I'm willing to give it a shot. Okay, I'd like to jump in and yeah, let's work together and let's do this together and let's all make some money, right? So here's what happens. If you say yes, I will guarantee you these things. You will instantly have access to my monetization $1 million money-making machine. Instantly, you'll have access. You will have never-ending training, both internal from us, and we will recommend other high-quality trainings. We have thousands of resources that we will recommend to you. You don't need thousands, but you get to pick the ones you really prefer. And we will mentor you in how to add leads to the Monetize Plus pool and increase your profits. That's what you want to do. We will also provide you with a structured teamwork environment, and you'll be involved with a community of like-minded individuals which are all working together toward the same goal. The people that you work with within our teamwork environment, within our community, are not your competitors. We all want everyone to do really well, because if we do really well, we all make more money. It's that simple. And the share you get is fair because it's based on the number of valid leads that you've contributed. Pretty fair, right? If you contribute 10 leads and somebody else contributes 5, you should get twice as much, right? you did twice as much toward building the business. It's kind of like that. We also provide a safety net to assure that you don't bottom out. In other words, you don't end up spending more money than you earn. It's almost hard to believe you're hearing what I just said, but yes, there is a safety net underneath everything that you do when you come on board. And the reason I can afford to do this is because I know my numbers. I know what we're doing, and I know what we could do if I got some help from people like you. If you say yes, we also guarantee the highest probability of building a profitable business from day one of any other program on the market. That's a bold statement, but that's truly what I think. Also, we will provide a newbie-friendly environment. Now, if you're a pro and you know how to do lead generation and you're seeing the advantages of this, great. Come on board, you'll do great. But if you're a new person online and you feel like you've got some good skills in some areas and maybe it's weaker in other areas and you kind of need to learn some stuff, no problem. Our system is newbie friendly, and we just want people that are willing to roll up their sleeves, go to work, learn what needs to be done, and then do it. That's it. If you say yes, we also guarantee a fast start mentoring program that will maximize your cash flow in the first 4 months. Now, the first 4 months is critical in any business. But what we're going to do is try to fast start you so that you can get to profits in the first 4 months. Remember that Google is telling you that if you were doing this on your own, and most businesses fail in the first 120 days. Well, we don't want that to happen. We're also going to unveil our exclusive Just One Thing simplification program. I've kind of shared a little bit with you that as we've gone through the slides here, but we do try to keep it simple. There's a lot of stuff you could do under our umbrella, but you get to pick the one that matches your interests and skills and do just that one thing. We also have what we call the Break Even or Profit program that starts on day 120 and forevermore. In other words, once you get to working with us for 120 days, we guarantee that you will break even or make a profit forevermore. I'll let you chew on that one a little bit. It'll become more clear as I move forward. But starting in month 4, you have a personal no-loss safety net that kicks in, and it's there permanently. It's something I wanted to be able to provide people so that you could show me that you're willing to work with me. And in 120 days, I will return that favor by telling you that, look, you are going to break even or make profit forevermore as long as you continue working with me. Let's build this thing together. Fair enough? If you say yes, we guarantee you some fun things too. For example, you probably remember the testimonial up at the beginning of the presentation where I shared Natalie. She said, hey, I just got the double your paycheck prize. Just for fun, every month we double one member's paycheck. In other words, if you were supposed to be getting a check for $2,500, we give you $5,000. We just double it. We do that for one person every month. But we do something else. We pick another person and we tell them, look, next month we're going to double your paycheck. Now, why is that so much fun? Because isn't it true that if you knew that your paycheck next month was going to be doubled, that you'd probably really hunker down and work even harder? Because everything you do is going to get, you know, the 2x effect. So we do this just because we can, and it makes things fun. So every single month, there are 2 people that are getting double the paycheck that you normally would get for that level of efforts and the number of leads that you've contributed to our database. Now, here's what you're going to save. This is kind of a funny slide, but I have to share it with you so that you realize the significance of what you're tapping into. If you were to try to create or build this thing that you can be a part of, here's what it would take. The training and mentoring alone that we provide, because I have a staff and we spend a lot of time putting this together, would run you, all of these are yearly numbers, would run you about $80,000. If you wanted to go out and build all of the lead magnets and opt-in pages and have all of the funnels and stuff that are connected to these, that would cost you about $30,000. So you're not having to pay any of this. If you wanted to buy the tools, the webinar systems, the advanced customer management systems and follow-up systems and get them all set up and have staff running them, that would run you $70,000 a year. Our staffing and outsourcing costs, if you had to pay for it yourself, you'd pay about $250,000 a year to do that, all right? I'm paying that. You don't have to pay it, I'm paying it. The support community that I've put together for you guys, we have a Facebook group, we have Skype groups, and we have a help desk and support and all that. That would run you $20,000. The safety net that I talked about, okay, I really don't think you could recreate that. I mean, unless you somehow found an insurance company that might do it for you, but we're providing this insurance, so to speak, that you're going to make a certain level of money or break even. That would probably be worth, you know, $100,000 a year. And then the monetization engine itself, I've built this over the last decade or so, and I've invested a lot of time, effort, and money. It would probably take you about $1 million to replicate that. So that means, and this is conservative, that when you come on board, you're saving $1.5 million because all of this stuff is already paid for and taken care of for you. So you're jumping in and you're working with me and you're able to benefit from $1.5 million savings day one. It sounds funny, I know, but that's true because you don't have a webinar business, right? You're not bringing in the millions like this webinar business is bringing in, right? And if you wanted to have it, there is no other way to get to the level that this is already at unless you spend about $1.5 million. That's it. So let's forget that. You don't need to spend it. I've already done it. It's already in running. And in a way, it's kind of like you're renting the money machine. It's kind of like you're going to engage and you're going to pay a little bit of money in order to help pay for the support and services and staffing necessary to support what's needed to give you access to this machine. And so you can kind of look at it like that. So let's talk about what it takes for you to get involved. This is 100% no risk, but it does require a little bit of an investment to help support what we're doing, okay? And then you tap into the profits that we can make. The way it works is this. You pay $600 a month, but you only have to really pay that for 4 months, and you'll see why in just a moment. This $600 a month will cover everything, all of the premium tools, never-ending training, 100% support, and a whole bunch of bonuses that I'll show you in just a moment. That's it. Now, our first guarantee is a 30-day money-back guarantee. I know this is new, it's different, it almost sounds like it couldn't be true. So I want you to be able to come in, kick around a little bit, talk to some other members, and make sure this is for you. If it's for you, great, let's work together. If it's not, then okay, fair enough. We'll give you your money back and you can go on and do what you want to do. All right, so that's guarantee number one. The second guarantee is the break even or profit. Now, this starts in month 5. The way that works is you continue to make your monthly payments. All right, you continue to make that, but in month 5, along with your commission, we will give you back your $600. Okay, we will give you back whatever you've paid in for your monthly membership fee. So that means that starting in month 5, it is break even. You're either going to be breaking even or making money. Now, if you've got leads because you engage in our Fast Start mentoring program, that's why we work so hard with you in the first 4 months, is to start building leads in the database and get you all set so that when you get into that month 5, okay, nobody joins something in order to break even. Okay, we want you to be making money. But the value of at least having break even is this. Don't you wish whatever you're doing right now, whatever it is, you were at break even? Meaning that no matter what you did, you were not going to lose money? Let me flip into another category to show you how powerful that is. Let's say you were a stock trader and someone told you, hey, look, you can go and buy stocks and trade stocks and try to make money in the stock market all you want, or maybe the crypto market. You can buy Bitcoin and invest and trade in that all you want. And no matter what, the worst that's going to happen is you're going to break even. Oh my God, traders would go nuts. Because if you know you can't lose money, it's Katie bar the door, it's pedal to the metal. I'm just going to do anything and everything in order to build this puppy and get some money. If you're a stock trader, you're going to be trading this stock and that stock and Bitcoin and all these. You're going to be doing all of that stuff. Why? Because there's no risk. The worst that's going to happen is you're going to break even. It's all upside. There's no downside. I do this because I want you to show me your stuff for the first 3 or 4 months. And when we hit month 5, you're like a full-fledged partner with me. That's really what this is. No one has a guarantee like that. But I take it even further. At the end of the year, if you still don't think this thing is working for you, we have a 100% money back guarantee for every penny that you've put in that you have not gotten back. If you get to the end of the year and you want out, here's the way it would work. As long as you've been current with your monthly membership fees for the year, as long as you've been doing just a tiny little bit of work to show that at least you're engaged, and we figure that about 1 lead per day, if you've been averaging about 1 lead per day, that's a minimum level of activity. And then you just make your request in that 13th month, then we just send you every nickel back that you've invested in the program up to that point, so that it's a 100% guarantee. These are 3 guarantees. Each of them is a standalone powerhouse, and they're all 3 included. Here's a lady that came on board with us not too long ago, and I could show you lots of testimonials, and I've already shown you some, but I wanted to show you this one because it just goes a little deeper, and it may help you to come to a yes decision. Here's what Marilyn says. It's not often that one finds an opportunity that actually turns out to be as good as, if not better than, was promised. At Monetize Plus, I have access to as much opportunity as I'd like to take advantage of. And being a relatively new member, I have engaged the help desk on quite a few occasions asking how to do this or how to do that, and have always received easy to follow advice that works. The income earned is paid promptly and as promised. Management is involved, they're engaged and sincere in wanting members to succeed. Says it all. Why are we so dedicated and focused and really want you to succeed? Because we're not just sending you off on a fishing ship or a fishing trip with a new fishing pole and saying, hey, good luck. We're bringing you on board as part of our team, and we want you to be successful so that it helps all of us be more successful. So we have a vested interest in your success at Monetize Plus. And that's what Marilyn's saying. I know $600 is a lot for some people, but what about half price? I decided that for the first short while that we would allow our beta members, and we're still in the beta release process, to join at half price. And if you do this, we grandfather it in so that it stays at this price forever. So instead of $600 a month, for a limited time, it's actually going to end on Monday. But up and through Monday, we are still open at half price. And when you get to the checkout page, you just enter in the coupon code BONKERS, and it turns the 600 into 300, and you're good to go. Everything else stays the same. I can't believe I'm still offering this because we've already had so many people sign up, but we were going to do it for a certain period of time, and you guys are in the window of that discount time. So $300 a month is what we're talking about, and it's locked in. And if you're interested, the web address is ez.ht/half price. ez.ht/half price. Now, I've got a lot more to show you, but I just want you to go ahead and write that web address down. If you got to like scoot, go ahead, get signed up and get in, and you can watch the rest of this on the replay. But let me show you some details, okay? This is just a repeat of all of the happy members that we have. And here again is the web address, ez.ht/half price. Here's how you go about signing up if you'd like to sign up and save 50% while we still have that discount going. First, remember that your coupon code is BONKERS, B-O-N-K-E-R-S, all little letters. Next, when you go to the checkout web address here, you're going to enter in your coupon code. It'll be right here. I'm going to circle it. And you'll type in BONKERS, hit apply coupon, and that will cut your price in half forever. Forever. All right. Now, also, just as a side note, remember that once you hit month 5, whatever you've been paying, we're gonna send it right back. Okay. So you'll have that plus any commissions that are due. Coupon codes expire on the last day at midnight, so that means Monday at midnight I'm pretty sure it's Monday at midnight. We have the date on the page, but you're going to make sure that you do that, all right? And if you have any challenges, we have a help desk that's at helphelp911.com, helphelp911.com, okay? Now, I did a survey of our members, and I asked them, after hearing this presentation and hearing about Monetize Plus and really thinking about what this offer was and how it could change your life, what were the reasons that were floating around in your head, you know, that were making you think, well, maybe I shouldn't do this, maybe I should say no? And I took the top 5 reasons that people gave me, and I wanted to address those because I am so convinced that this could be life-changing for you that I don't want a silly no to get in the way, only to find out you made a mistake. So let me cover these things, and maybe this will help you get to a yes if you're kind of sitting on a fence. And I'll go quick. A lot of people say, hey, Dan, this is great. I wish I could do it, but I just don't have the time. You know, I'm kind of building my own thing here, and I've been working on it for a while. I'm going to keep going at it. I just don't have time to do something else. Well, let's talk about time. Let's say you're going to build a house. That's kind of like building a business, right? If you're going to do that, you're going to do all the things that you see in this little speed video that I'm showing. And if you've ever built a house or had someone build it for you, you know that it can have run-on costs, it can take longer, you can get it all built and it's not what you wanted. In other words, building something yourself sounds good until you get into the thick of it, and then sometimes it's not exactly what you thought it would be. And I just want to highlight that it's the same thing in building a business. It takes a lot of time, and when you get it all done, it may not even be what you're hoping it will be. Instead, if you think about time, sometimes it just makes better sense to move into something that's already built. That's what we've got here with Monetize Plus. You could move into a house that's already there. You don't have to worry about what it's going to look like or what it's going to cost or anything like that, because it's there. It's right in front of you. You can see it. It's up and running. And instead of just waiting and, you know, fighting with contractors and trying to figure out why this isn't working and why that isn't working, instead, you can come in and tonight, you and I can sit down at the dinner table and have a nice dinner and a cup of wine or a glass of wine and celebrate. It's ready now. Why wait? So if you think you don't have the time, I want you to think about that. Building stuff yourself is a specialty art. And 90% of people fail. That's what Google says. So this is ready now. That's time. The second thing to think about is money. You're thinking, gosh, Dan, okay, it's $600 a month, and you're giving us this special 50% off at $300 a month. I appreciate that, but still, I don't have money to burn. Okay, nobody does. But you have to learn how to leverage what money you have with the type opportunity that it will buy you. And, you know, if you go to Google and you do a search for the average cost to start a business, here's what it tells you right at the top. The average cost to start a business is $30,000, not $300 a month. It even goes on to say that you could start a micro business. I'm not sure what that is, but it says you could start a micro business and you might be able to get that going for as little as $3,000 a month. Folks, we're talking about $300, all right? So those are your options. Now you may be thinking, well, Dean, you've got this big successful business, it's making all this money, why are you charging me at all? I'll come on board and work like crazy and help drive leads and hey, we can make money. That's true, but you know what? I only want people that have a little bit of commitment. And what I have found is that if you just bring a bunch of people in for free, most people sit around and wait for paychecks. So we have this nominal investment, which is $300 a month. And you know what? I'm not making any money off of that. That's going to pay for the systems and platform and staffing that we've put together to support you in this business. You'll realize it when you get into the member area. I'll show you in just a minute. Because we have to pay for so many things in order to provide you with this sandbox to play in. And when you get in this sandbox, you can build a sandcastle a lot easier because we're protecting you. It's not going to be a big wave that comes and wipes out your sandcastle just when you thought it was going to start working. So it costs a little bit for me to do this for you guys, and I'm trying to have you share that. It's about $600 a month, but I'm cutting it in half to $300 just in the beginning, and eventually we'll have to go up, but that's what it is right now. So that's money. The next thing is belief in yourself. A lot of people think, well, gosh, I'm not even sure I can do this, Dan. Well, I can tell you this. If you were thinking of doing something else, in comparison, this is easier, and the likelihood of results is significantly higher. But I understand what the problem is in most cases when people say, you know, maybe they don't even say it, but internally it's kind of like you don't really believe that you can do this. You may be very good at something else that you've done in life, but this is different, and so you don't believe in yourself in this category or this niche, right? That's often the problem. I felt like that when I first got into internet marketing and all this stuff. But here's the solution. If we surround you with a small team of other like-minded people, then you have the support, you'll soar. Because they will, when you're down, they'll lift you up. When you have a problem, they'll provide you the answer. When you need help, they'll lend you a hand. And they're all your friends and partners and companions in this project. It is a wonderful way to do business. It's optional. You can work solo if you like. But if you'd like to work on a team, we've got a bunch of them. I'll show them to you in a second. Trust the opportunity, right? Is this thing a scam or is this thing for real? Well, I don't know. I've been doing it for quite a while and it doesn't seem to be a scam to me. It's working pretty well. And I just need help. That's it, bottom line. So you can look up my background and recommendations or reputation online, or you can just think about some of the things I've said. Do you think that The Secret would come to me if I was a scam artist? Do you think that the Think and Grow Rich organization, one of the longest standing organizations on the planet, has been out there since the 1930s, would come to me if they thought I was a scammer? No. So I've been around and I'm out there. Would I offer these guarantees, if it was a scam? It's not that, folks. It's a real pre-existing, proven business, and you have the opportunity to be a part of it. And that's a good thing. We're not testing anything here. The business is proven. The only thing that's new is just the Monetize Plus, which is a platform for you guys to help me with my proven business, which is vetted webinars. Next is tools and trainings. You got to have it. You need both, and you need a lot of it. You get it all, and it's all built in with what you get with this system. You're not going to have to go and blow thousands of dollars on a bunch of other stuff. The payout and the payment program is long-term, it's fair, it's very doable, and we have the unprecedented 3-tier money-back guarantee. That's the opportunity. And then the last thing, it's kind of funny, but this is the big one. A lot of people brought this up in our group. They said, Dan, I was interested, but I thought my spouse or my partner would kill me if I did one more internet thing and it didn't work out. They would hang me out to dry. And I know, okay, that's, to be understood. You've tried a few things, didn't work out, and your spouse or partner thinks you're nuts and they're ready to hang you for wasting money and wasting time. Go get a job, right? Get something that'll really, really work, right? Well, let's kind of blow through that a little bit and talk about it. Here's what I recommend. If you have a significant other, a partner, a spouse that's in your life or your family, have them watch the replay of this presentation, okay? Just say, hey, you take a look at it and you decide. If I'm going to do this, I want to do it with everyone's support. Also, go and read the news release that was put out. It's at ez.ht/Monetize Plus News. The headline is Famous Marketing Guru Gives Away Profits, and it talks about it. That might be helpful. Make sure that you and your partner understand the guarantees, so you understand that there's little of any risk here. Then, why not go ahead and pay the first month's payment? It's $300. Go through the trainings, look at what we got going on, and just make sure this is for you. And if before 30 days is up, you decide it's not for you, then we just give you your money back. And then you've got an in-depth, thorough look at what this is all about, and you can make a really good decision. And then finally, if you need to talk to a real person, a human being, and not some outsourced worker living on an island someplace, then we offer that as well. You're going to speak to either me or one of my top partners, Mike Balancita or Ian Jascourt. You'll talk to one of us about anything that's on your mind that might be keeping you from a yes. Maybe there's some little glitch to your life right now that you need help with, that we can say, well, we can do this, or maybe this will work for you. Or maybe you've got a question about how something works more specifically. If you want to talk to a real human being, then go to easy.ht/help me do this, and just pick a time and date, and we will have someone call you back. If you're on our callback list and our deadline passes, we will keep the discounted price for you until one of our partners talks to you. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. Otherwise, if you're ready to go, and hey, why not? The way to do it is you just go to easy.ht/half price. Now, if you'd like some advice from a wise old guy, let's listen to Mark Twain. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Can't add much to that. And I think now is the time you might want to do that. Let's first look, though, at some bonuses. There are some 8 supercharged bonuses that I'm adding. None of this is fluff. It's all part of helping you to be successful fast. The member area you get access to straight away is robust as any member area you've ever seen. There's a lot of stuff in here, but I don't want it to overwhelm you, and I don't want you to think that because it's got lots of stuff in it that it's hard. We just have a robust training area and member area so that there's lots of candy in there so that you'll feel like a kid in a candy store. But at the end of the day, you only need to pick out one lollipop and that's it. And you can focus on that lollipop and you can make a lot of money. But in the beginning, you'll see that there's lots of choices and you'll be able to gravitate towards something that most interests you, that most matches your skills. That's what this is about. So we've got a really, really good member area trainings and all of that there. We have thousands of lead magnets that you can share and promote. Remember, they're all free for the people opting in. We have replays. You can even promote this webinar, Monetize Plus itself. We have thousands of blog posts out there. We have online courses. We have surveys that you can share with people. And we have auto webinars, like live webinars, replays, all these things you can share with people on the web in any focused manner that you like. And if you don't know how to do that, we will show you or point you to trainings that are out there that will show you how to do this. It's not that hard. You're going to have to do this no matter what business you're in. It's just if you do it with us, we'll probably make more money from the leads than you could make from the leads if you tried to do it yourself. Bonus number 3 is our Adjunct Marketing University, where we've gone out and hand selected a lot of programs and courses and traffic generation ideas, and we just hand it to you. Basically say, if you want to learn how to do this, go here. It's free, sign up, and you can learn. If you want to invest just a little bit in yourself and learn something extra, we also have handpicked a few Udemy courses that cost $10. And you could pay $10 and maybe really learn how to do YouTube marketing, or really learn how to do blogging, or really learn how to do YouTube. You know, and it'd be $10 investment. And then you've got all of this knowledge. You apply it to Monetize Plus, and bingo. You see how this can work, folks? You learn how to do something. It doesn't matter where you learn it. You can learn it from us. You can learn it from other courses. It doesn't matter. But when you drive the traffic and apply the strategies that you learn, you do it with Monetize Plus, and then we turn your leads into money. It makes it simple because you've kind of like got a wonderful partner behind you, helping to monetize everything that you do. Bonus number 4, I mentioned it earlier, we have a badge reward program where as you move through the incremental steps of learning how our platform works and getting engaged and doing the things you want to do, we reward you with badges. We have them in kind of fun categories. There's flight prep and liftoff and booster and stratosphere and touchdown, and there's many others. And as you move through our system, we reward you and you begin to learn more and more about how to do things and make money. We also have a lead generation library in 20 different categories where we have curated posts and articles all around the web, brought them into the member area so that if you're looking for an idea to drive some traffic, why not go here, read an article, pick out an idea and run with it, generate some traffic, make some money, then read another article, pick out an idea, implement it, either you or do it with your Team Jam team and get it working. And then that brings more leads in. You don't have to worry about anything else. We will make money on it. You just keep doing it. So we have that as well. Bonus number 6 is we have an incredible Facebook group where you and other like-minded Monetize Plus members can get together and share your ideas and your challenges and your results, and just talk to other people. We've got that up and going. You can join that straight away. Bonus number 7 is our team jams. Okay, the team jams will help propel you in this business if you feel you'll work better in a team. And the way it works is you come on board and you pick out the team that most interests you. You could be in an Instagram team or a LinkedIn team or a Pinterest team. Whatever area of the internet or marketing most interests you, you get involved in that team and you guys work together to generate traffic from that particular niche and just go at it. And so we have all of these teams up and running. You can get involved, okay? That's optional, but you can certainly do that. We also have what we call Team Jam Plus. And the way that works is we run Facebook ads. Last year alone, my company spent about $700,000 in Facebook ads. Now, I wouldn't spend that much money unless I was making much more, right? So I already have professional Facebook ad managers on my team. They're running ads for me day in and day out. So rather than you having to go out and hire one, or rather than you having to figure out how to set up ads and end up with something that will convert and make money, we do it for you. If you want to get involved in the Facebook ads, then what you do, and this is optional, we just crowd fund these Facebook ads amongst our group. So you can optionally join this, and if you do, you will pay $200 a month, be a part of our Facebook ad pool, and then when the leads come in, we just share them equally amongst all the people in the pool. And as those leads come to webinars and we make money, it just increases your percentage of the revenue pool and how much money that you can make. And when you join, there's a little survey that you're going to take, and depending on how you answer that survey will determine discounts that we also offer on top of that. One of the discounts will offer you up to $180 off on month 1, meaning you could get involved in our Facebook ad group for 20 bucks for the first month. If you want to know where the other 180 comes from, my pocket. Because remember, this is Facebook ads. When everybody pays their $200, I get zero. I just take all of the money, 100% of all the money that goes into the Team Jam pool, and we put it into Facebook ads. Which, by the way, if you join this and you start paying the $200, I don't give a refund on that part because I don't have the money. You put the money in, we give it to Facebook. If you need your money back, you're going to have to go talk to Zuckerberg or whatever his name is, okay? So don't join that unless you're sure you want to stick with us, but that's that program, and it's been very successful for those people. About half the people with Monetize Plus have opted to be involved in the Team Jam Plus Facebook ads program. So it's optional, it's there, available for you. Teamwork. I want to kind of close on this, we're almost done, but I want to share something from Brian Tracy. You guys may know Brian Tracy, one of the greatest trainers, sales trainers of all times, and he wrote this. Teamwork is so important that it is virtually impossible for you to reach the heights of your capabilities or for you to make the money that you want without becoming very good at it. That's some pretty serious stuff right there. But the problem is that it's hard to do teamwork if you don't have a team, right? That's why we've built Monetize Plus to have a teamwork infrastructure so that it's easy for you to get involved in teams if you want, or you just involve yourself solo and work with the large community, which is still a team, whatever you want. But this is a teamwork environment because I know, and Brian Tracy knows, that if you really want to reach the heights of your capability and make the kind of money that you want, it's hard to do it without getting very good at teamwork. So important. I will remind you, here are the 4 things that you need to be able to do to be successful with this. Number 1 is follow simple steps and instructions and get out there and just do it. The second is what you're doing, your job description is you're sharing free high-quality webinars with other people. You need to wait for the monetization engine to turn those leads into profits. And then when we send you the money, you do with it as you please, but we can send it anywhere in the world. And when we do, you'll get it, you know, pretty quick. We pay once a month, and that's pretty much it. Remember that mirror test that we did in the beginning? Has anything made you the kind of money that you originally expected? Well, if it hasn't, what are you waiting for? You know, what are you waiting for? This can. In other words, you have significantly better odds of doing well under our umbrella. We're playing in our sandbox than any other thing that's out there because of the teamwork, because of the infrastructure, because of just the way this thing is structured. You've heard about crowdfunding and you've heard about crowdsourcing and all of that. This is a variation of that, but it's a variation which is called inverse crowdsourcing, whereby you help work together with me and my team and the crowd, other members like you, and we just turn around and pay you for doing that. Nothing wrong with that model whatsoever. So I'm going to open it up to any questions that you have, and you have any, you can just type them into the chat box there. I'm going to look at them in just a second. Real quick, let me walk you through how you sign up. You'll go to easy.ht/half-price. You're going to type in your name and your email address. It's best if you put in your PayPal email address. You will be checking out through PayPal. You're going to create a password. Please write it down because that will be what you'll use in order to log into your member area. But you create it. And then you're going to go and you're going to kind of scroll through and read our terms and conditions. And at the very bottom is a little checkbox to make sure that you've read that, okay? And so read that. Then you're going to hit create your account, and that will take you to a page where you can enter in your coupon. You'll type in BONKERS, all little letters, bonkers. That will cut your price in half, and boom, you're good to go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. easy.ht/half-price. Coupon code is bonkers, and I am going to look at questions here. Now, Neil had mentioned that he may not be able to hang with us to the very end. It's very late where he's at. So if he doesn't join back in, he's probably catching a little snooze time now. So I will handle these questions here. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Someone's asking what niche are the webinars in. I actually covered that quite thoroughly earlier. I'm not sure if you, maybe you missed the first part of the webinar, but here, I'll show them to you again. We are in these niches. Let me just pull them all up. If you're looking at the screen now, you'll see them come up in just a second here. Here they come. Okay, marketing, startups, business opportunities, health and wellness, crypto, Bitcoin, and all of that, how to invest in cryptocurrencies. Amazon, how to make money on Amazon. Woman entrepreneurs, those are webinars that are of interest to women. And also we are the official platform for Think and Grow Rich, the legacy organization, and we host webinars for many of their celebrities and experts as well. So those are the categories that we're in. Okay. Let me pop back to this. Okay, there we go. All right, so those are the categories. Where do you teach us to get the leads? We teach you in our member area, and we encourage you to take other courses anywhere you can find them that are quality, so that you learn how to generate leads. And you get to pick which, I'll call it fishing hole. You get to pitch which fishing hole you want to fish in. You can fish over at YouTube, you can go to Pinterest, you can do it Instagram. In other words, there are thousands of ways to generate traffic online and thousands of ways to find leads of people that would be interested in a high quality free webinar, right? That's a no-brainer. And so we provide you with just massive opportunities and choices within our systems. That we give you lead generation and traffic generation posts that you can read. We recommend courses at Udemy and elsewhere that you can attend. We provide our own internal training. Sometimes we bring in guest experts to help train you guys. You know, it just goes on and on. Okay, that's really all it is to it. Okay, if you join our Facebook group and decide that you'd like to be involved with the ad program, You can do that. It's optional. It's $200 a month, and then we run all the ads for you. And all of your 200 goes to Facebook, and we run ads, and then you get those leads. And then those leads generally do make money. So there's a lot of people that are involved in that. Okay. Can I use a VA to help with the program? Sure, you certainly can. How much are we paid per lead? You're not paid per lead. Don't think this is an affiliate program. In fact, it's not that. With an affiliate program, you're paid per lead. If your lead clicks your link, comes and buys a product, you get paid a percentage of that sale. We don't do that. With ours, your lead comes and signs up for a free webinar or a free something. And when they do, that lead is tagged to you, and you get an increase of the profits that are in the profit pool. That's why you can make money even if your specific lead never buys. Or maybe they buy, but they just buy later. So I know it's a new concept. It's a lot better than affiliate marketing, but you are not paid per lead, so I don't have an answer for that. You just get a greater percentage of the profits based on how many valid leads that you have in the system. Someone's asking, how long is this? Well, we're done. We're done. Okay, you've been generating enthusiasm. Not exactly a question, but I take that as a compliment. I hope you're enthused about this, but I don't care to get anybody excited. What I care about is to get you into something where you can actually make some money. I assume that's why you're here today. I know this makes money. This is what provides me and my family, and has for, you know, many, many years, our complete, you know, livelihood. Okay, this could do the same for you. Okay, and you get to benefit from it day one. You don't have to build a bunch of stuff. You do your part, I'll do my part. We make a lot of money. How's that sound? Can I provide you with my opt-in list? That's a very good question. It's not that you provide me with the list. Here's the reason you can't do that is because of our what is it? Our spam laws. If you just hand me the list, I don't have the right to communicate with those people. So here's what you do. If you already have a list of people, maybe, and I know many of you do, maybe you've already got a website, maybe you've been building a list, maybe you've been selling products and whatever. So you have this database of people that are used to doing business with you or have done business with you in the past. You can merely just send an email out and say, hey, there's a great webinar coming up, you know, and it's on this topic. If you're interested, I recommend it. That's all. And so you can mail your existing list, invite them to come to a free webinar, invite them to attend an auto webinar, invite them to take one of our free courses, invite them to download one of our free downloads or something like that. Now, we have a variety of different landing pages and lead magnets. So you just send an email invitation to any existing database or list that you have, and many of those people will be interested. They will then opt into our list using your tag. You will have an increased percentage of the profit pool as a result of doing that. So that's how that's done. The best way to do it too. Once you get the lead, although they go into your monetized system, do you still keep? Do you still get to keep the lead for other offers not related to your platform? I don't do anything else. This is all I do. So the answer is no. What I do is when your lead comes in, if it's valid, you get a percentage of the profit pool. And the only thing that I sell is the stuff through webinars, okay? My other businesses, I do make a lot of money in other businesses, but I'm a consultant and I get paid by people to run their Amazon business. I do that, I do a lot of consulting work, but the answer is no. So we give you the lead, and the lead stays in our vetted webinar database to be invited to future webinars, and you want that. Because you know what? Your lead that you put into our system, they may buy in webinar 1 this month, they may buy in webinar 2 in a couple of months from now, they may buy something else 6 months from now. And whenever they do, it goes into the pool, and you're getting a greater and greater percentage based on the number of valid leads that you Oh, well, I think I answered your question, and thanks for writing it again. Someone wrote in and wanted to know if you get to keep the leads. Yes, every lead that comes into our system, we immediately email you. And not only do we email that lead and information to you, when we have the data, we tell you where the lead came from and and what opt-in they opted into, and we tell you the validity of the lead. We have 3 categories. There are leads that come in that are just solid as a rock day one, and immediately you get credit for those. We also have leads that are kind of iffy. We don't know if they're bogus or if they're good, and what we do is we reach out to these people and try to figure out if they're for real. If they are, then they turn into valid leads. If they never respond, then they turn into dead leads. Okay, so those are kind of the gray leads that are in the middle. Then we also have dead leads. We have people that come and just put bogus email addresses in, spam email addresses, just garbage. And if that's the case, they're detected by our system right away and they're just thrown away. So the only thing we want in our business are valid leads. And if you're doing any business, that's all you want too. All this other stuff is garbage and it's just riffraff. We get rid of that. You also can have a valid lead that comes in today that's valid. And then we mail them and we find out that week after week after week after week after week, they don't ever open another email. They're basically dead. That's no good for me, you, or anybody. We get rid of them. We have a process for evaluating leads, and if a lead goes dead and stops opening up our stuff, we get rid of them. Now, when we get rid of them, then your percentage of the pool decreases based on, because it's always how many valid leads that you have in the system. This is fair, because if you were doing this yourself, it would work the same way. Lead comes into your autoresponder, you try to sell them some stuff. If they never open an email, guess what? You don't ever make any money off that lead. They're dead. No different here. Okay. All right. So as you do that, someone wants to know if this is building my list. It's not building my list, it's building our list. It's building our list. Any lead in the system, you're getting paid for it. This is not, I build my own list. I've been running this business for years and make millions from it. And I've been doing lead generation on my own. I'm opening this up to give you guys the opportunity to make money like I do. Okay, do I benefit from this? Yeah, I do. Do you benefit from this? You bet. It's a partnership. That's what we're in. Okay, next. Any other questions, please type them in. How much time per day is recommended for your system? It's really up to you what you want to do. There are some people that invest literally no time. I do not recommend this. They invest no time whatsoever. They're just involved in the Facebook ad group, and they pay $200. We run their ads, and they get leads that way. And they invest no time whatsoever. I don't recommend that. It is not the fast road to making a lot of money, but maybe they don't have time, and that's all they do. What I recommend is you get a nice blend. Maybe you get involved in the Facebook ad program if you have the money, but if not, you come on board and you just start doing lead generation. Okay, and I think that if you could devote 30 minutes to an hour, maybe 3 or 4 days a week, that would kind of be a minimal level that would allow you to be able to see some results. If you just don't have the time, don't do this. I'm not looking for people that don't have time. I'm looking for people who have time to do something and want to be paid for doing the work that they do. That's plain and simple. And the more you work, the more leads you'll generate, and the smarter you work, the more leads you'll generate. And as that happens, I'll turn those leads into money for you. Here's the bottom line. As you think about Monetize Plus, you always have to say this, or ask yourself this. If I go out there and do some work online, no matter what business I'm in, there's a certain level of lead generation that has to be done, okay, in every business. If you don't have customers, you don't have sales, right? So you've got to do that. I can guarantee you that if you generate 10 leads and put them in our system, and you take those same 10 leads and put them into whatever system you're currently doing, I'll make more money from those 10 leads than you will. It's not because I'm better than you or anything like that. It's just that I've got a system that is so much more robust. And I've got programs and products and services that are so much more compelling than most of the offers that are out there. So it makes sense to work together. You work on one part, get good at that, let the engine take care of the other part because it's better at that, and bingo, you're all set. Knowing you've got to break even starting at month 5, and you cannot lose money. You cannot lose money at that point. You can only make money. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, the payouts are once each month in the first week of each month. Someone was asking that. Okay. If there are any other questions, please type them in here. I'm getting a lot of questions, but some of them are kind of repeats of things that I've already answered. Okay. I think we're almost done there. Okay, yeah. Well, folks, guess what? We are done. I want to thank you sincerely for your time. If I can help you make money, I will do it. My team will step up to the plate as well as the other members that are all on board and embrace you as you come on board, okay? Get in here and just apply yourself, and I think the odds of you making money here are significantly higher than most other things, and you've got guarantees here, all right? And what you are doing is noble. There is nothing at all wrong with inviting a person to a high-quality webinar, right? Maybe it will improve their health. Maybe it would help them get motivated. Maybe it will give them a tool that will help them with their business. Maybe it will show them how to make money online. Maybe something, but all of our programs are meant to help people improve their lives. So you're sharing that with people, and you don't have to get involved in the selling or charging of anything. It's just sharing it with them. If they're interested, they opt in, and then we take care of everything else. That is this business in a nutshell. That is Monetize Plus. I have one more thing to show you, and then we're all done. If you need to talk to a person, I showed you this earlier, but I just wanted to give it to you again. Before you can make a yes decision, if you've got any challenge whatsoever, you can go to easy.ht/help-me-do-this, and you'll get a call back within 24 to 48 hours from either me or Ian or Mike, and we will answer your questions. It takes 10, 15 minutes, whatever it takes, and help you to get to a yes. So don't let anything stop you. And put in your time, and then we'll give you a call back and whatever. And we don't normally do our callbacks on Skype. So if you have Skype, that's the best way to go about it. But we can do phone as well. Otherwise, I would recommend that you go to easy.ht/half-price, put in bonkers, join us, and I will see you guys in the member area, and we can start making some money together. Thanks so much. And I want to thank Neil as well for inviting me, and I'll see you in the member area. Bye-bye.